And when we came, I think there was a song that was being ministered during the worship period where we said what? Unto the Lord be the glory, right? Are you just singing it or you are conscious of what you are? Are you just ministering it? I told you, um, songs are just words that have been given rhythm. That's what songs are. They are just words. It's just like I'm talking. I can decide to give my words rhythm. I can start singing my words right now. I can start singing my words right now. And it's a song. See, so when we are ministering to the Lord, we are speaking. We've just given it what? Rhythm. So it's words that you are speaking. So you have to be conscious of it. You just shouldn't, it shouldn't be mechanical. You get me? You are ministering, you are speaking words. And you said great things he has done. What great things has he done? Are you just saying it? No, if I ask you what great things has he done? If you are saying he has done great things, huh? You are saying the man has done great things, and I ask you what great things has he done, then you step blankly at me like a blank check. That's the most useless thing, a blank check. If there's nothing on it, it's so useless. Then you are just staring at me like a mirror. Great things he has done. You should know the great things he has done. He said, unto the Lord be the glory. You see, as soon as you said glory, works had to follow. Because glory is not in a vacuum. Glory is not independent of itself, except it's associated with what? An achievement or a work. That's why he said, great things he has done. If he hasn't done anything, glory cannot be associated with him. For you to mention the name Edison meant that the man has done something. Good or bad? Yeah. Sometimes it's not just good. Huh? The teacher comes in. As soon as he lands, then he mentions your name. Caleb Nunu, you've done something. He just, else there's something wrong with the teacher. Imagine a teacher walks in, as he walks in, Caleb Nunu, then he just goes in. No, he called you because of something you have done or you have to do. Or you are planning to do that he has found out. It has to be something. You don't just mention names in a vacuum. It's associated with something the person has done. So if you say great things he has done, it's because what? There is something that is associated with what he has. So what has he done? And I told you, a man's work is his glory. A man's work is his glory. So when a man knows he has achieved something, when he sees that thing, there is that pride. There is that fulfillment. Because that's the glory. The glory is not apart from the works. The work is the glory. Or the result of the work or the achievement is the glory. At times I sweep at home. I sweep maybe a particular place. I sweep it. No, after that, then I go, then I stand, and I work. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah. Because it's my glory. It's my work. I clean the room and then I go and then I look at the. Anytime you do something and you don't go to really relate to it, and then you didn't do it well. But if you did, you like to go and then you look at it. Wow, nobody sweeps like me. Nobody sweeps like me. You get me? So a man's work is his glory. So he said great things he has done. What great things has he done? Unto the Lord be the glory. Great things he has done. And when you know what he has done, as I said, you know that that thing is his glory. So what has he done? What has the Lord done? There are places that when you ask such a question, you get variety of answers. And no answers at all. No answer is also an answer. That's why I said variety of answers. Because for some, they, oh God, oh, he has done great things. He's giving me a child. He has done great things. I've gotten a job. He's done great things. Um, he has cast me out of an accident. He has done great things. But I got some money. And some people they will look and look and look and they see nothing. Wow, God has done nothing. So you said great things he has done. So what has he done? So as far as they are concerned, the car he gave them is the magnitude glory they gave to the has done. What has God done for you? What he has done is the glory. So I'm asking you, what has God done for you? Has God done something for you? Has God done something for you? I wonder why it's really not coming out. It seems when I get there, then I'm not used to asking such questions, though. Has God done something for you? So should I ask individually what God has done for you? What has God done? He said God has made him a success. What has God done? You are a new creature. As so why is the new creature? He said he has done it for you. So you have the you and the new creature. So why is the new creature? What has God done for you? He has blessed you. Brother Ben, what has God done? Getting matured. Hey. Isaac, what has God done for you? He has made you a success. Her Majesty, what has God done for you? Child. Um, Legon rep for Christ Wonder Family. What has God done? Part of himself. All right, Madam, what has God done? There's excellence in all aspects. And I'm an aspect of your life, so you understand. You understand. All right. So we said great things he has done. The the workmanship of God is the glory of God. All the things you mentioned, they are expressions of the workmanship. Right? Like we have the sun. Eh? The rays of the sun is not the sun. The sun gives off the rays that you see, that we use for all. We have solar energy. It dries clothes. Um, they claim it gives vitamin D, right? It will tan the skin. It tans the skin. Um, I mean, so much the sun does. They are just expressions of the sun. So the things you mentioned, they are expressions of God didn't do those things. They are expressions of what God has done. Listen, the greatest creation of God always is man. I said the greatest creation of God always is man. Every time that so I mean man is the workmanship of God. Every other thing you see, they are just expressions of what God, when God was creating all the stuff you see, you know why he was doing them? It was because of man. In the book of Genesis, it was because of man. Like when um let me say Edison, when he created the light bulb. The light bulb gives you, it illuminates your room. It's not Edison who illuminates your room. It's a result of what Edison did. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That what God has really made, that great thing He has done, that great thing He has done, it is you. That's all I'm driving at. That great thing He has done, it is you. And your expressions are what? Success, excellence, victory, uh-huh, uh-huh, prominence, uh-huh. Give me prosperity, wholeness, progress, excellence, wealth. Of course, I know where that's coming from. I know where that's coming from. Association. Association. It will rub off on you. Wisdom. All these things are expressions of what? The creation of God. And what is that creation? It is who? Man. So when we say, when you are saying great things, He has done. Most places, this song, when you are singing, they'll be thinking of the stars, the moon. Oh, yeah, yeah, true. Serious stuff. The car that God gave them, the house, God doesn't give a car. God doesn't give a house. God doesn't give a wife. God doesn't give a husband. But is that not what you hear people ask God for or what they go to church for? God doesn't give a job. God doesn't give money. You know, back then I had I'm not intimidated to correct. The word is what? Correction. You know myself. I don't believe in miracle money anymore. There was a time I did. I don't believe in miracle money. God doesn't give money. God doesn't do all that. Oh, God, I want a car. God, come on. Leave that for Benz. No, God, come on. God is not on that level. Giving cars and no, that's what men do. God doesn't give any of those things. So how do I get all these things? He says He has given you what? Power to do what? Prosper. He doesn't give car. He gives power to do what? Prosper. And the expressions of that prosperity, maybe that car, maybe that house, maybe all those stuff. He didn't say the blessing of the Lord is rich. Is rich. The blessing of the Lord maketh rich. So the riches is not the blessing. So a man is not blessed because he has a car. A man is not blessed because he has a house. But the man who is blessed would have all these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? A man who is blessed will have all these things. Do you understand the origin I'm coming from? So that when you don't have all these things, you don't think you are not blessed. Because there are people who that is how they interpret it. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have that. God, why me? A man may have all this material stuff. It doesn't mean he's blessed. Man cannot be blessed and not have all these things. That is if he wants them. shining is the expression of the sun. Shining is not the sun. It's an expression of the sun. I'm blessed. Yeah. So many Christians are lamenting because of lack of understanding. They look at others and then they think, um, this person is blessed because he has this, he has that, he has this, and I seem not to have nothing. No. If a, a wonderful illustration of blessing will be this country, Ghana. Um, we have whatever it takes to get whatever we go out there to get. You know, like going out there for the loans and all that, all the things the nation goes out there for. We are blessed that we can get all this stuff, all the money we go out there for. But you see, the fact that we are blessed does not mean necessarily we are expressing it. That's why I said that we have children of God who are lamenting. So they look at those nations they go for the stuff for, and they think those nations are better off. They think those nations are blessed. Those nations have. It's not true. Most of those places even rather come here than they milk the blessing of which we have. We are sitting in it. So it's the blessing that maketh rich. So God gives you power, or He has given you power. So nothing has what it takes to limit you from prospering. Prospering means to make progress, to spread out, to increase. Nothing has what it takes because you have been empowered to function that way. You are receiving what I'm communicating religiously. You didn't get what I said. That thing you think because you don't have, you are not blessed. God has blessed you. He has given you the power. That is why it is called power. Uh, what is powerful? What is powerful? Power is for work. Power is to get things done to get a certain kind of result. That's power. Right? Now God says, whatever will get you that result, I have given you. So whose responsibility is it to use that thing to get that result? You. So nothing has what it takes to keep you from what? Getting whatever you want. Why? Because you have been empowered. No demon from hell. No man. Nothing. Because if you didn't have power, they could have stopped you because you don't have power. Now he says, because I don't want anything to be a hindrance to you getting this kind of result or doing this thing. That is why he has done what? Giving you power. Including power over excuse. So you can be anything you want to be. Because you have been what? Empowered to do what? Be. So when you are starting something, don't be afraid. Don't try to reason it out of what? Doing it. Be conscious that I've got the power. If I didn't have the power, then I could have thought about it not working because I don't have the power. A car has been manufactured. It's been given a turbo engine so that the car can move. Is that not the purpose of the engine? To make the car move. You sit in the car and wonder if it can move. You move. You have been given turbo engine to move to get that kind of result. And you're wondering, will it work? So that it will work is why you have been empowered. So you don't ask, will it work? You should ask that question when you open and there's no engine. Hey. But you open the engine, everything has been serviced. Then they say, move the car. Then you are asking, will it move? Will this car move? No. The car will only not move because you are not what? Moving the car. It's that simple. So God won't give you a car. He's more serious than that. He won't give you a house. He says, I have blessed you. I have blessed you. So go and express it. If you want to express it in opening businesses across the nations of the world, that's your business. That is what should keep you busy. If you want to express this blessing by opening orphanages all over, that is your business. That is what should keep you busy. But God won't give you a business. He has blessed you. And the expression of it, these things we are doing, or these things that we have to do if we want to do them, or whatever desire the Lord places in you. So you don't ask, will it work? What if it doesn't work? That is why He has done what? Blessed you. That is why He has done what? Blessed you. So that your life is not a life of assumptions. Will it not? Will it not? It's been diagnosed and there has been a cure. What is that? The blessing of the Lord. So you are blessed. That's what has kept a lot of people from starting something. Because, will it work? What if it doesn't work? They are full of fear and intimidation. It cannot but what? Yeah. It cannot but what? That is New King James Version. It cannot, but you are using a negative, yet it is working for a positive. It cannot but what? Yeah. If you are involved, it cannot but work. Oh. Thank God for the Holy Ghost. Okay, so I said it's not necessarily going to follow. Now, let me also counsel you on this. Don't spend, Don't spend on what you can afford. And it's not an absolute statement. It's a statement based on the level of grace you are functioning by. Do I need to clarify what I'm saying? Because what you can afford today, you may be able to afford tomorrow. Not that you can afford tomorrow. Based on, I said, level of grace. Okay. So I said what? Don't what? Spend on what you can afford to maintain. But that's what most people do. They spend on what they can afford, but they can't maintain it. So I said, don't spend on what you can afford. Maybe you have 5K. You can afford an iPhone. Yeah. The 5K can get you the iPhone. But you may not have what it takes to maintain that iPhone. So what do? You use 2K to get an Infinix. Right? Because that you can afford to do what? Maintain. It's just the level. It's just the level. You see, But most people spend on what they can afford. Because they think they can afford it, they think then they have to do what? Get it. No. You spend on what you can afford. That's why, check, that's the problem of this nation. You find that people, even government, putting up things, structures, projects, but what it takes to maintain, they don't know. So they put it up for it to come where? Down. That's stupidity. You can find government buildings that have been started and they've been left there for years. It's getting rotten. That is, if buildings can get rotten. But you can find it in Africa, where things can be left for so long, they begin to get rotten. So if at this level you can maintain this, that's what you should do what? Get. You get me? At this level, if somebody gives me a certain amount of money that can get a Range Rover, I won't buy a Range Rover. I'm talking about me. If Range Rover is $50,000 and somebody gives me $50,000, I won't get a Range Rover. I may have $50,000. It can get a Range Rover, but it doesn't maintain a Range Rover. I will get maybe a Corolla, Picanto. You've forgotten that it comes with fuel. You've forgotten that it comes with what? Maintenance. So you get something you can maintain at the level you are. Based on the purpose. Because at that level, I need transportation, not luxury. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I can't afford luxury. I can afford transportation. And at that level, I need to transport myself from one point to the other. I'm not really concerned about luxury. So I would get something that can what? Function for the purpose for which I need it for at that time. There's a time I can get to, I can afford transportation, at the same time have what? Luxury. Then I can get that kind of stuff. But you find people doing that. He gets a certain, he gets a certain kind of vehicle, or he puts up a certain kind of building. Brother, I always say, instead of me putting up maybe a five bedroom or a 6 bedroom at a certain level, and then want to have it fully furnished and all that, I'd rather have 1.5 or half. And then everything that will be in that luxury building, I can have it in a small way. Do you get what I'm saying? And still be able to maintain it. If it's 5 bedroom, and then I want maybe to have a glass window for every room. Let's say I want glass windows. It means every room should have. But if I have 2 rooms or 1 room, I will still have my glass windows just 2. And I'm okay. You get me? I can still have my tiles, but what? In a certain dimension. And it's still okay. At that level, you can still enjoy what you want, but according to what? What you can what? Maintain. That's why people start things and they can't finish it. Why? Because they want to get things that they can afford, not things they can what? Maintain. So I said, don't get what you can what? Don't get what you can what? Get what you can do what? Not afford and maintain. Your school is very questionable. Afford to maintain. All right. Let me show you something else. Things are not given to those who want to do something. Let me use what you can relate to. Money is not given to those who want to do something. Never forget that. I said money is not given to those who want to do something. It's given to those who are doing something. I said money is not given to those who want to do something. It's given to those who are doing something. That's why when you go to the bank for a loan, they want to know what you're already doing. They want to know what you're already doing. They don't give you the money because you need it. It's like, I need money to start a business. No. That's why they are more comfortable giving government workers. Government what? Government what? No, it's not because of the government. Government what? 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 Worker, one doing something. Government workers, because the person is doing something. Not nothing. There are a lot of people who are like, I need money to do this. I need money to do that. I've always counseled people. Let's say you want to go to school, right? And then you are expecting somebody to help you, give you some assistance. You will get more results if you go to someone and then you say, sir, I have 1,000 Ghana. And I want to go to school. I have 1,000 Ghana. And I need assistance so that I can pay my fees. Listen, as soon as the person realizes you have something, he will be ready to help you. It's an expression of one, seriousness. Of one, somebody proactive. You know, he's not just sitting wanting somebody to just do something for him. He has started something himself. He wants to go to school. He wants money. He has already started, making the money available in a little way. I will give money to such a person than one who comes and he says, I want money to go to school. If you come to me and you're like, I have 1,000. It's 5,000. I have 1,000. And I need assistance. Come on. Quickly, the person even realizes that this guy thinks in a certain way. But you find a lot of people sitting, I'm at home because I have no money to go to school. You've been having money to eat, money to do other stuff, but you don't have money for school. If you put something aside, little by little, when you go to somebody and you are like, I have this, so I need you to give me this so that I can do whatever I want to do, you would find better responses. Because people want always to help those who are doing something than those who are doing nothing. I'm telling you. No, if you are doing nothing, what help do you need? Do you need help to do nothing? No, seriously, do you need help to do nothing? You don't need help to do nothing. But if you are doing something, then you need help. So if you are doing something, you will find people giving you, contributing to it. You are there, you are thinking of having a mall. I want to have a mall. And you are sitting, waiting for somebody to come and give you money so that you start a mall. You are a joke. What do? You start a tabletop business. And then when you go to somebody and you say, you don't go and say, I need money. You say, oh, I'm doing a tabletop business. I need assistance concerning that. Or I want to move it to move into a kiosk. The person says he's doing something. He's already doing something. So let me help him upgrade what he's doing. And then you move to the level of the kiosk. Then you go, oh, I have a kiosk. This is what I do and I do and I do. And I want to start a supermarket. Then you will get help with a kiosk to a supermarket. Why? Because you are doing something. Then you get to the supermarket, and then people can see the evidence of what you are doing. Then you are like, I'm going to a bank, right? I need some loan to open up a mall. You go and they find out, you already have a supermarket, you are managing a supermarket, you are acquainted what it takes. You've not handled a tabletop, then you say you want to handle a mall. Who are you deceiving? If you don't believe what I'm saying, go and lie under a metal. Lie under a metal and say you are lifting the metal. You would agree with the logic I'm making here. You will be able to lift 5 pounds because you are lifting 2 pounds. If you haven't lifted it before, the least metal in the gym you won't be able to lift because you haven't lifted before. You get me? You are acquainted with lifting 2. So with help, you can lift what? 5. So they see, you are doing something. This guy has knowledge of what it takes to deal with a supermarket and all that. Okay, then I think we can assist this person to get to the level of the mall. But you are doing nothing. Yet you say, I want to have a mall. I want to have a mall. Listen, do great things in a little way. And do little things in a great way. You want to start that chain of businesses all over the world. What are you doing? What are you doing in a little way? That great thing, how are you doing it in a little way? By maybe even selling shirts. By maybe selling some items. That great thing, how are you doing it in a little way? And then somebody sees that, you are selling some. Then you are like, I need money to bring in more bundles of clothes. He will give it to you because you are doing something. God didn't say he will send us the doer. He says he will send us who? The helper. What? If you are doing nothing, do you need help? So he said he will send you the helper, not the doer. Who is the doer? You are the doer. Didn't the word of God tell us we are doers of the word? You are the doer. Then the helper comes to help the who? The doer. So the doer has started business selling clothes. Then he has a helper who will take him from selling those clothes to having what? A shop. Then he's with a shop. Then you help him from that shop to what? A super, whatever you call it. Then he helps him from that to what? An industry. Now making all these things himself. That's how it works. But you find people sitting back, having great dreams and aspirations, but they won't do them in a little way. That great thing, how are you doing it in a little way? You want to be an astute lawyer. What relates to law you are doing in a little way? You don't even read. You don't read. You say, I want to be an astute lawyer. You don't read. Your vocabulary poor. You can't express yourself. You say, I want to be a great lawyer. How would that work? I want to be a business tycoon. To have shops all over Ghana. You want to have shops all over Ghana. You are in a school. Start something in that school. Start selling condensed milk toffee. Yeah, start selling condensed milk toffee in the school. That big dream, do it in a little way. Then you learn the dynamics of market. So you go, you buy condensed milk. Back then it was 50 pesos. You went, it was now 1 cedi. Say, if it's 1 cedi, then I can't produce the same size of condensed milk. Or I need to increase the price. Or I I maintain the same size of the condensed milk, and then I do what? Let the price go up. Or I keep the same price and I reduce. You are learning the dynamics of markets. So you may start with condensed milk toffee in a small way. You are learning how to transact, how customers respond, how to deal with customers, how to identify thieves. Because sometimes you leave the condensed milk in your bag, by the time you come, it's 5, it's left with 2 thieves. And you know this, you get to know, okay, when I open a business, this is what will go on. You learn the dynamics of all these things. You get me? So you are maybe condensed milk, then you move to SHS, then you start dealing in some items. You move to uni, then you start dealing in some items. And then you go to people, you talk to them. Listen, what you are acquainted with is expressed in your language. If you are doing business and you talk to people, it will show that you are not naive. It will show. If you've never done business before and you are talking to somebody when it has to do with business, it will show that you will make statements that would expose you. So you say you want somebody to help you. The person realizes, if this person is doing this, I think this person needs support. This person needs help. You want to have distribute beverages or drinks all over there. How are you doing it in a small way? You are sitting down waiting for somebody to drop you $1 billion. Then you go and open one big factory and get all the machines and employ people. Such dreams don't come true. Such dreams don't come true. It won't happen that way. You want to have an ice cream factory. Start by, if you don't even know what to do, get cups. Do milk. Put it in the cup. Put a stick in. Put it in your fridge. Start ice cream from that level. All these ice creams you are seeing, you think, you go and check where they started from. You think they were just there and then they got one huge money and they got a huge factory and sophisticated machines and started producing ice cream. You are funny. Go and check. Go and check. Some were selling these ice creams. Back then I really liked it. This milk, you do milk, then you put a stick in. And what happens is the milk settles at the down. So when you take it out like this, the top is very, creamy. And then the rest is just block. If you are selling that kind of ice cream and you tell somebody you want to probably move to selling yogurts and stuff, they will be more ready to help you move into that venture than you don't do anything with ice cream and you've come to me and you say, I want to sell ice cream. Hey, listen, anything you want to do, start it yourself in a small way. Don't wait for somebody to make you start it or to give you something to start it. Start it in your own small way. And then take that thing and present it to others. And they will do what? They will buy into it. That's how you start stuff. You want to be a speaker. You want to be a conference speaker. Who are you speaking to? How many? If it's just one person, start like that. If it's 5 people, start like that. Say you had a vision, God has called you to preach the gospel. So you are there, waiting for a multitude to manifest. Multitude to manifest. Then you see, well, okay, my ministry has started. No. So God has called me to move to the nations of the world. While the nation you are in, you've not even moved to any region. He said God has called you to move to the nations of the world. Not even, you don't even go to houses. You don't follow up square, you won't do. Yet you believe God has called you to go to the nations of the world. You started in a small way. You do great things in a little way. And you do little things, no matter how little it is. Don't address it, don't despise it. Treat it like it's a great thing. So whatever you have in mind, don't say you are waiting for somebody to give you something. What are you doing yourself? You say, oh, I wish I do my doctorate. Yet you've stopped school. No, you've stopped school. And you say, I wish or you are not serious with school. You go to somebody and you tell the person, oh, I want to continue to the university. And then he looks at your grades and then he's like, you are doing something, you need help. You are doing something, you need help to continue whatever you are doing. But you are doing nothing. And you say you want, the only help you will need is also what? Nothing. And I know each and every one of us here has something, has a desire, has something they want to start. But some of us are waiting for some money, for some, they call it divine intervention. Stop waiting. Start something yourself. Start something yourself. Start something yourself. Start something great in a little way. Start something yourself. And there is something you can do. There is something you can do. Start some. Don't be afraid. You are the blessed of the Lord. Don't you get what? That's why I'm talking to you with this confidence. Don't be afraid. You are the blessed of the Lord. So if it's a skill you need to learn so that thing you have in mind will see a manifestation, start learning that skill. At least if I know how to weave hair and I go to someone and I'm like, oh, I want the person to open a shop for me so that would be more, I'll get a better response than somebody who doesn't know anything about hair. Yet I say I want somebody to open a salon for me. Start it in a small way. Start it in a small way. And then when you need assistance, you find people buying into the thing. People love to associate with something they can relate to. I'm telling you, people love to associate with something they can relate to. So you say you want to do this, you want to do that. I would need money to do it. And the person comes and there's nothing he can relate to what you said you want to do. Why should the person? That's not even how God works. God will always ask you, what do you have in your hand? What do you have in your hand? What do you have in your hand? Check all the miracles. God has never done a miracle in a vacuum. Out of nothing. Check it. God has never done it. Go through the whole Bible. Give me one. And I'll give you something he had to. I'll give you something God needed. They wanted more food. He asked for 5 loaves, 2 fish. The food industry. How are you doing it in a little way? He said, I want to distribute food to, everywhere in Ghana. Start distributing to us. Let us eat some. Start distributing. Start. He didn't start the food business out of a vacuum. What? He looked for somebody who already had 5 loaves, 2 fish. Then he said, this guy, this thing can be helped. Then he helped the little boy's business. And he fed everybody. And the little boy's business was no more 5 loaves, 2 fish, 12 baskets. So the guy could now start business with what? 12 baskets, not 5 loaves, 2 fish. He was helped because he had something. Moses, he asked him, what do you have in your hand? A rod. Throw it down. He used the rod. The Red Sea wasn't in a vacuum. The rod. God would always, you should be doing something. There should be something. Get me? No matter how little it is. There should be something. And everybody here has something little. Everybody here. There is something you like. There is something you have flair for. That's your little. Start moving towards that direction. Start giving it expression. You have love for the food industry. Start doing that great thing in a small way. You want to enter the hair industry. Start doing that great thing in a small way. You want to do business. Start. You want to lecture. How many people do you go out of your way to, talk to, interact with? Start it in a small way. You said you want to have an orphanage. I mean, there are plenty of people who you don't need an orphanage to help. Start helping them. Because that is the great manifestation of wanting to help people. When you give the people shelter, is it not assistance you are going to give them? Yeah. So you may see that child in the neighborhood. You may see somebody. In what little way are you? You get me? Making a difference in that person's life. Start it. Start it that way. There is something little you have. You get me? But that little has potential in it. That can explode. So start it. Don't sit and wait. If it's schooling, you need to school. You have to school concerning that area. What do? Start saving something. All this time you've been waiting for somebody to see if somebody will help you or God will bring some divine intervention and all that. All that time you've been waiting and nothing seems to be happening. You can be saving something little. At least you start making inquiries. If I want to go to a catering school, how much will it be? You check, they say it's 5,000 Ghana. Right? You start saving something little. It gets to a certain point, you go to someone. I have this amount. I want to study catering, so I need assistance. If 5 people would have said no when you had nothing, the number will reduce if you had something. The number will reduce if you had something. Or somebody may even ask you out of the blue, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, I want to go to the catering school. And I have this amount of, and I have this amount of money. Oh, okay. Okay, if you have this amount of money, let me see what I can do. I want to go to the catering school. Then it ends there. Pity party. The person was hey, of late, yeah, it's not easy, oh. Things are difficult, oh. Because that is the pace you set. But if you are like, oh, I want to go to the catering school, but I also have some 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana there. I've been saving for a while to, make up for the fees. You say, oh, really? It will trigger the area of help in the person's mind. So, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. You get me? Because you set that condition for the conversation to go that way. Let me see what I can do. But you say you want to do something and you are just sitting home. You are just sitting home, just there. Meanwhile, you say you want to learn how to, or you want to get into the food business, and you are just sitting home. It doesn't work that way. If you have nothing, at least you have a desire. Start with that desire. Start with that desire. Again, that's why I said, money is not given to those who want to do something. Money won't be given to those who want to do something. is given to those who are what? Doing something. Because money doesn't do, it's a facilitator. It makes whatever you are doing, it grants you the opportunity for it to, have expression. That's what money does. Listen, if I give you money right now, has it done anything? It is what you will use the money for. So if you are doing something and I give you money, it will help get the stuff what? Done. It will help get the stuff done. So money in itself doesn't do anything. It's a facilitator to get things done. So if you are doing something, you find more people wanting to assist and to help and to give and to be involved with what you are doing. So what are you doing? Are you just waiting for somebody to come and do something or give you something? It doesn't work that way. What do you have in your hand? It may be an idea. Start that idea in a small way. If I come to you and I ask you, so what do you, and you say nothing, can I help you do nothing? That's why you check. Those of you who are doing something, you realize you are the ones I'm more drawn to because you are doing something. So I always have a word of encouragement. If it's something I give you, if it's that because you are doing something. That great thing, you are doing it in a small way. It's not sitting down and saying, one day I want this amount of money and then one day I'll have a great business. No, I see them doing that business in a little way, that great business, in a little way. So you encourage the person. If it's substance, you help. I mean, you get because the person is doing something. But if I ask you, so what do you want to do? I don't know. I cannot help you not to know. I can't help you to do nothing. So you see, as soon as you say that, then it's either I will try to psych you to think of something you want to do, or it's an atmosphere you've set. It's a pace. It's a nothing. So nothing, then nothing. Then the conversation ends there. But what do you want to do? Okay, I want to maybe school. I want to start this. And you can tell in the area the person is already making some strides. Then you encourage such a person. So don't just sit down and hope. Listen, God, that people have that mentality that God will do something. One day, God will do something. That one day God will use to do something is based on what you're already doing. So he takes what you are already doing, then he can use one day to move it to what? A different level. That's what he does. But if God comes and it is nothing, one day he cannot do anything. I'm telling you, God cannot. 0 times, you know what I'm going to say. As soon as it's 0, then it means anything that comes after it is really non-existent. But if it's even 1, if you have 1, and God brings 1,000 times your 1, you know your 1 changes to what? To what? 1,000. That's why it says you don't despise that little thing. Because I know what I'm coming with. He knows what he's coming with. He knows what he has deposited in you. So it says don't despise. It may look small. But when it's multiplied by that unlimited source, what would it produce? Something so tremendous. So do something. He has put potentials in you. He has put desires in you. Don't just sit down and you are waiting, hoping, lamenting, asking. If even you are doing, you are working or doing, you can have something by the side you are doing on your own. Do something. Do something. It says faith without works is what? Your faith is that God will do something. Something with what? Nothing. It doesn't work that way. It says, show me your works and I'll show you my faith. So what are you doing? Do something. And be guided by purpose. Thank you, Jesus. Let me show you something. Go to the book of Thank you, Lord Jesus. This is it's one of the verses that comes up a lot. It says, he that is faithful with little. Or is faithful in little. Go to Luke 16, verse 10. Luke 16, verse 10. Read it for me. So you see, faithfulness does not begin with nothing. But no matter how little it is, faithfulness can be what? Measured. So he says, if you are faithful in little, not in nothing. In what? In little, because you can't be faithful in nothing. He says, if you are faithful in little, you are not, you will be. You are. That's why I said, when somebody sees you doing something, even as little as it is an expression of what you will do greatly. So he will want to do what? Associate with what you are doing. So he that is faithful in little is faithful in what? Much. Not will be. Is faithful in much. So the proof that you are being able to sell a singlet or a shirt to somebody, it is proof, right, that you can have what? An industry that produces or manufactures clothes. So people like something they can relate to. So that they do what? They give into it. If you have nothing, they can't give into nothing. So let your faithfulness have an expression in the little you are doing. And then you would realize that those who have what it takes to make it much will associate with what you are doing. Because to them it's a communication that this guy is faithful in what? Much. You may be seeing the little, but they will be seeing the big. And they will give what it takes for that big to come up. He didn't didn't say he that is faithful in nothing. It says he that is faithful in little is faithful in what? Much. Is faithful in what? Much. So it always starts with what? Little, not nothing. It always starts with what? Little. So start in a little way. Start in a little way, not nothing. Start in a little way. Do that great thing in a little way. And do that little thing in a great way. If it's just one customer, treat them well. Don't say you want to have 200 customers before you learn how to. One customer, you treat them like it's you have 1,000 customers. And when you have 1,000 customers, you treat them like it's the only customer you have. That is how you do things. He that is faithful in little, not nothing. So it means if you have nothing, nobody is ready to give into nothing. Nobody will give into nothing. So if you want assistance, if you want help, do what? Start in a little way. That's the best counsel I can give you. If you want help, don't sit and say, why is nobody helping me? What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to start that thing. What are you doing? How have you started it in a little way? That you want somebody to buy into it. If you believe something, you will start it. Do you know, if you've not started it, it's an expression that you don't believe in it. If you don't believe in what you have, you come and you tell me, hey, I'm going to start a business. It will fail. Please give me money. Who should? It means you don't believe in what you are going to do. Who should invest into something that you have declared won't work? And doing nothing about what you claim you believe in is an expression you don't believe in it. At least when I come and you are doing something, I know then you believe in what you are doing. I will also do what? At least buy into it. Because I can tell that somebody believes in that thing. Who is that person? You. You said you started a ministry, Sunday church. And on that Sunday, you won't come. No, you are the founder. You won't come. Who should come? It means you don't believe in what you are doing. You don't believe in what you are, so who should come? But if nobody is even coming and you are coming every time, you are coming every time, you are coming, somebody will see one day, this church is going on. Somebody comes to church. At least he believes in what he is. You see, you're coming and it will speak to the person that you believe in what you are doing, if even nobody is showing up. But if you stop coming, there is nothing. Who should come when there is no one? Nobody would come. So if you claim that this is what I want to do, and you yourself, you've not started in a little way, you are just declaring that you don't believe in it. That is why nobody would also do what? Give into it. Start it. Start it in a little way. And you would find people with time. Some people, all they need is time. You'll find people with time doing what? Assisting you in what you are doing. Let's say I have not started ministry. I have not started nothing. I believe God has called me. Then I go to someone and I say, I need assistance to build a state-of-the-art auditorium because God has called me. If he allows me to go like that, he has been very kind. He has been very kind. Such things, you need a slap to awaken you. But if somebody comes and sees what is going on, and then I'm talking about we need a land. He sees something going on in a little way. These people need assistance for a land. You would find better responses. Then we get a land with time. Then we are like, we are on the land. Then we want to put up a building. The person comes, there is congregation, there is a land. Oh, these people need assistance to put up a building. You get me? That little we are doing, what? It's an expression. We'll be faithful in much. It's an expression. You'll be faithful in much. You say, oh, God, we need somewhere to start it. Start somewhere. And when you talk to somebody about where you are and you want another place, you will get better response. You say, oh, we don't have any venue, so we'll meet. And you are there waiting. God, I need a venue for meeting. You are joking. Start under a tree. Start under a tree. Somebody asks you, where are you going? I'm going for fellowship. Where? Under the tree there. And then the person, it may even click the person. Oh, these people may need a place. Or you go to someone and you're like, oh, we've been having meetings under the tree, but when it rains, it disturbs us. We need a place. It's something little he can work with. But nothing. Then you are just there. You say, we want a meeting place. Start somewhere. That's why you check most ministries, you'll be sure. Some they always, nobody started in the auditorium, you see. Some on a park. Then they move to garage. Then they move to a rented place. Gradual. Go and check. All the ministries you know today. Action started in a hall. With no chairs like this, with sofa. So when you go for Sunday service, you are in a sofa, like we're doing at my place. Sofa. Lighthouse started in a canteen. Canteen, where people go to eat. Name them. ICGC. Where did it start? Classroom. No, I even think was it? There was one that started in a garage before classroom. I don't know whether it's before they are where they are today. You know, it was a little way, and people could relate and buy into the vision. If you keep the vision in your head, people will assist you in the head. If you give the vision expression, they will start relating to what you are expressing. So start something. Start something. We need something to work with, not nothing. Start something. And start it now. Do you know why you can start it now? Because you can start it little. Do you know why you haven't started it? Because you want to start it big. That is the hindrance of everybody who hasn't started something they want to do. It's because they want to start it big. Start it in that little way. People will buy into it. People will buy into it. Start it in that little way. And stop giving excuses. I've not got the money to do the thing. If it's drinks you want to do, maybe that particular drink and those ingredients you don't have yet. Start with what? Ginger. Ginger you can buy. No, I'm serious. At least start with drinks. With time, you will move to a level you can get to those ingredients you want to produce that particular kind of drink you want. Ginger you can buy. Oranges you can buy. And then you start it. Start in that little way. So I want God to give me a company that produces wine. So you are waiting for money so that you open a wine factory. Keep waiting. Start with orange juice. Then you move to ginger. Watermelon is there. You start with these things, and with time, you will find yourself having that word. Great thing you want to see manifest. Start something. Start something. What did I say? I said do what? Start something. Start something. How many of us have some ideas in our minds we want to see materialize? We all do. You should have. If you don't have anything, then I wonder why It can be anything. It can be education. And when I say if you have some, I'm not talking about, you know, what, whatever you have in mind or you desire, it's something. Have you started it in a little way? How many of us have started it in a little way? At least most of us. Isaac, you have nothing in mind, but you've not yet started it. I believe with what you've heard today, you'll start something. You have to. And if you are in school, you have a customer base. It's those you are in school with. You already have your customer base. You want to distribute to the nations of the world. Your school is a nation. That's what nation means. A collection of people with common interest. That's what nation is. So your classmates are your nation. Start there. Start there. Start it in a little way. It's not magic. Don't let anybody deceive you. That one day God will do something. No, God works with something every time. God works with something every time. If you have nothing and the anointing of God is laid on it, it will produce a great nothing. Yeah, great, a huge nothing. But if it's little, and then we are praying for it, we are declaring into it, yeah. Then you see the thing doing what? Increasing, spreading, increasing, spreading. David did not just kill Goliath. He had something. It wasn't one day God just took David, go and kill Goliath. No, he was killing bears. He was killing lions. And when he was even doing this, these ones, nobody saw it. So start a business nobody may see. The potential of everybody seeing that business is in what nobody is seeing today. You'll be shocked. It brought him to the limelight. And then he killed Goliath. Most people think it was just, miracle. God just took David. No. He was first killing bears and he was killing lions. And even there, nobody was applauding him. So now you may start that thing little and nobody is applauding you. Nobody is even recognizing it. Don't worry. Don't worry. If the blessing of the Lord rests on what you are doing, don't worry. Huh? The Gucci's and the Pradas, and go and check them. They were what you call seamstresses. Go and read about them. Seamstresses. You can't sew. You say, I want to be a designer. No, you can't sew. You say, I want to be I know by the grace of God I'll be a designer. Start fixing buttons. Patching tears. Start training yourself in that area. And then the blessing of God will have something to lay on and then do what? I don't just sit and hope one day I'll be a designer. One day. It doesn't work that way. Start something. And it starts with what? An idea. And that's something everybody here has, I know. Everybody here has an idea. Everybody here has a desire. Don't let it go waste. Praise God. Rise up on your feet. Thank you, Jesus.